Alright, hello everyone, this is Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. I am the Doctor. Well, we're here in Boulder City. We just got permission from Lieutenant Monroe to attempt a peaceful negotiation with the Great Khans, who have taken a couple of his soldiers hostage.
I really don't have time to chatter right now. Shoot.
Yeah, I don't have time to chatter, but I'll go ahead and chat with you, so... Maybe you can tell me about the Great Khans.
They're an outlaw group primarily trafficking in drugs and other contraband. They usually stay out of NCR territory.
What can you tell me about Hoover Dam?
It's one of the biggest sources of electrical power in the region, so the NCR's fortified the place pretty heavily. When President Kimball shows up on his inspection tour, I'm sure he'll be confident that the dam's safe and secure.
What happened to Boulder City?
Destroyed during the Battle of Hoover Dam a couple years ago. The town was set up as a trap for Caesar's Legion. The sharpshooters and the Rangers picked off the Legion's veterans from a distance, and the rest of the Legion just rushed on in. Then boom.
Where can I find McMoran?
Camp McCarran is the headquarters for the NCR military in this region. It occupies the old airport next to New Vegas.
President's coming to Hoover Dam?
It's probably just a political thing. You know, give a few speeches, shake hands with the troops, boost morale.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
Actually, let's not. Okay, so. Peaceful resolution. And just to ensure that this does say peaceful. Look as non-threatening as possible.
What the hell? You're that courier Benny wasted back in Good Springs. You're supposed to be dead.
I'm a ghost here to haunt you. Woo! I got better.
And here I thought us Great Khans were tough to kill. So, what happens now?
Where's the platinum chip?
Don't have it. Benny stole it right before he stabbed us in the back. He's probably back at the strip by now, laughing at me.
They went that away. Let's talk about settling things between you and the NCR.
What's to negotiate? The NCR backs off, we walk out of here, nobody gets hurt.
Free the hostages now and I'll have the NCR escort you out of their territory.
I can't believe I'm doing this. But alright, the hostages can go. The NCR had better keep their end of the deal, though. Here, a souvenir for you. It's Benny's lighter. Shove it up his ass when you catch up with him.
I want some more answers.
Yeah? On what?
What can you tell me about Benny?
He's one of the chairmen, big shots that run the Tops Casino in New Vegas. A friend from the city contacted me with info on a big job. I should have known that the caps were too good to be true, but there was still no way I could pass up the chance.
What do you know about the platinum chip?
It's just a big fancy poker chip as far as I know. Don't know why anyone would make one out of platinum, though.
Why did Benny betray you?
He's a snake, that's why. He owed us the rest of the pay for the job, so maybe he didn't want to pay up.
Never mind.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Got the two hostages out.
I'm glad you were able to get my people freed, but there's a new problem. I just got orders to take out the Great Khans, hostages or not.
The Great Khans let their hostages go in exchange for their freedom.
My hands are tied. I can't go against orders, can I?
If you have any integrity, then you'll honor the deal.
You're right. Great Khans are free to go.
And somehow, by ordering a soldier to defy orders, I have become accepted by the NCR and the Great Khans and had my karma go up.
Thanks for the rescue.
Man, I thought I was dead for sure.
So, now we know the name of the man who shot us and exactly where we're going.
What's up? See you around.
My brother Chuck wanted to fight for the NCR.
What?
The memorial reminded me of my brother Chuck. From the time he was little, all he wanted to do was join the NCR and become a ranger. My dad wouldn't let him do it, though.
Why not?
He didn't want Chuck to die fighting for the NCR. Dad wanted him safe at home, which it turns out he didn't get after all. Chuck's a caravan guard now. He loves it. I think he thrives on the danger. He almost died a few years ago in a fight, but he has this big scar to show for it. The thing is, the scar's left him dangerous looking, and he knows it, so he plays it up next tough. He's a handful, but girls love him.
Well, you didn't stay home and safe either. Or you'd actually let him go, and I can understand want to protect Chuck because can hardly lose a child.
Yeah, you're right. My dad did mention Chuck when I told him what I wanted to do.
You want to talk about unarmed training?
You know how you've been helping me to learn to fight better with my fists? Well, I think I'm good enough to do it for real now. And look what I've been saving to use someday. So I can fight now anytime with them. Pretty exciting, huh?
She has spiked knuckles. Great.
Oh, if you ever want to borrow beauty from me, feel free, because I can use these. And I've been thinking about it. You know, now that I'm trained to fight up close, I think I can handle a knife or something like that. I'm ready. Let's go.
Alright, so I'm going to make a quick stop in at the bar here.
A customer. Not many people come into Boulder City these days.
Well, you only got the one bar and a bunch of ruins, so...
Most of the town is rubble, destroyed during the Battle of Hoover Dam. And the only other thing around here is the concrete mixing yard.
What's the concrete used for?
The NCR has been constructing bunkers up and down the river. From what I've heard, it's a little late for that. Travelers over at the 188, just up the road, said that the Legion has overrun a couple of towns to the south.
Well, just one, but... Well, okay, technically two, but we cleared out the second one.
What can I get you? Thanks. Most of the limestone comes from Quarry Junction out west, but I hear some deathclaws overran the quarry. With no work to be had, all the workers around here have wandered off. I'm the only one left in town. Come back real soon.
Alright, so one more reason to try and get the... And yeah, taking Private Bear here. Congratulations, you are now the proud owner of a bear from Nevada Bear Company's prestigious Gold Label Collection. This limited edition collection of 7 bears was created exclusively for the Nevada Bear Company by our designers in consolidation with many of today's highly acclaimed experts and designers from fields as unlikely as diverse as science, architecture, fashion design, and the military. We bring you this most unusual line hoping that you, the most discriminating collector, will enjoy them for years to come. You can gift the bears to Willow. If you mark the bungalow as Willow's home, they may be displayed there from her inventory. You may display them at any time. At the end of a challenge, they can be turned into non-quest items.
Fancy meeting you here, friend.
How did you get here?
Just rolling along on my spurs. Looks like I just might make it to New Vegas after all.
You see what happened in there?
Yep. Guess it's just down to you and Fancy Pants. I wouldn't worry about him. He looks all hat and no cattle, if you ask me.
Good to see you again, Victor.
Yep. But this is getting mighty embarrassing. People gonna start to talk.
Did you see Benny coming this way?
Fancy Pants? No, I ain't seen hiding a hair of him since the tussle in Good Springs. I'm sure he ran back to the soft living of New Vegas, though. Look me up when you get to New Vegas. I'll buy the first round.
Yeah, it's not at all suspicious that he's following us. Alright, so with that done, we're actually going to backtrack a little bit. Because you might have noticed last time that that Veronica talks a fair bit about Helios 1. And we got us a big old rad scorpion there. Good boy, JT.
Hey! Yeah? Yeah? Come on. I got you now.
Anyway, we're gonna head back down toward Helios 1. And I don't take advantage of the fast travel all that much. But we are accepted there now. Actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and go there first, because there is one other thing in Novak we didn't do yet, but...
This is a restricted area. State your business.
NCR rep. I'm with the NCR. Anything I can do to help?
Your being here is a start, soldier. We aren't exactly overflowing with troopers here. But if you really want to help us, talk to the idiot with sunglasses in the back of the plant building. He's been trying to get this place running for months and hasn't made any forward progress.
Why are you here and not on the front lines? Isn't that more important?
I ask myself the same question all the time. But energy is hard to come by around here. Gives you more control over this area than troops ever could. Hell, if we lose the dam to the Legion, this little plant may be our last stand.
Should there be more people than this defending a power plant?
There should, but we're not getting much power out of it, so none of our enemies have big interest in it either. Not like Hoover Dam, anyway. We had a real fighting force here just long enough to take it from the Brotherhood of Steel. Then they got sent east to the dam like everybody else. Caesar's Legion sends skirmishers every so often, prodding for weaknesses mostly. The reality is, if they really wanted it, we'd all be dead.
Why was Brotherhood of Steel here?
Damned if I know. Put up a hell of a fight, though. We had them outnumbered, I don't know, 20 to 1 maybe? They held out as long as they could, lost most of their force before they retreated. Gave us a little parting gift, too. They had some of the plant running, but they shut it all down. Enabled an old security system, too, to keep us away from the controls. Jerk-offs.
Oh, goodbye.
Later.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you. There's an NCR emergency two-way radio. You call, and we'll come run it. You're not alone out here. The NCR has your back. Stay safe and good hunting.
Alright, well that was random, but
Whew, it's hot. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, we can apparently pick that lock to get in very easy. But we did get invited in, so... Not that it really matters which entrance we take to get in here.
The Legion's coming for us. Just a matter of time. Believe you me.
Let's see. On Tuesday, September 14th, 15, 16, technicians will be running a test of the Archimedes and its connectivity with our plant security system. Under no circumstances should any employee be outdoors on the plant grounds until the alarm klaxon has ceased and all clear is given. We have death dismemberment waivers for all employees on file and are not responsible for any accidents that should occur during this procedure. Protective eyewear is mandatory for all technicians observing from the tower deck. The initial testing of Archimedes was a success, though not an unqualified one. Several minor systems were overloaded despite all precautions taken, and the 2.5 minutes of downtime following the test is something we can work on improving. More importantly, we received reports from nearby facilities that they experienced system-frying power fluctuations at the time of the test, notably the Black Mountain Communications Array and the military bunkers at Hidden Valley. They're going to make it a priority next time to prevent such collateral damage. Upcoming visit. Brigadier General Scott Lowe of the U.S. Army will be visiting the facility starting next Monday and staying on site indefinitely. When Archimedes goes live, he will be the only person here allowed to authorize its use for anything other than a test. Civilian employees are not required to salute, but it is expected of everyone that you observe thorough grooming and hygiene regimens and dress neatly while the General is with us. The General expects the best from all his men, and beside men should be no different in the presence of such a fine and decorated soldier. Can I tell him? A new Poseidon Energy publication for new employees. As a member of the Poseidon family, it will be natural for you to become enthusiastic about the incredible endeavors you'll be undertaking with us and want to tell others. But just a second there, my good man. Let's take a moment to consider what could happen if company information fell into the wrong hands and whose hands those might be. Can I tell my wife? Well, let's say you do. You tell her not to tell anyone. Your bond is sacred. But a woman's idle tongue is the devil's plaything. No sooner do you leave for work the next day, she's on the phone telling her best friend Candy. Then Candy tells Gertie, Gertie tells Maxine, Maxine tells Lulu, and while Lulu is telling Doris, a Chinese agent posing as an American operator listens in. And next thing you know, she's online in the Forbidden City, singing like a treasonous canary. The following day, you and your wife are bound in shackles and China is sitting at the controls of our entire arsenal. Can I tell my children? What father wouldn't want his kids to look up to him? Don't be that father. One day at school, Ivan Bulikov will tell you, we'll get more than your lunch money out of your kids, and you'll have national secrets. And while they're parading him through Red Square as a national hero, your children will be working in forced labor camps, right next to you and your beautiful young wife, who's now wrinkled and homely since the communists have banned makeup since it expresses individuality. Can I tell my drinking buddies? Surely, if there's somewhere a man can place his trust, it is with his other male friends. But how much do you really know about them? Are they friends or comrades? Don't be too sure. Even the most transparent window can hide secrets when it's lined with iron curtains. Always remember, you are a member of two families now, and you have obligations to both. But your obligation to the Poseidon family is greater, because while your children may misbehave, and your friends may change, and your wife may nag and cheat on you, Poseidon Energy will always be paying for you and protecting your way of life. Don't tell anybody about anything about the projects of Poseidon Energy. When pressed, tell them that your job is repetitive and not worth discussing, but the company is maturing and gives good benefits, and is always looking for new talent. Got a map marker off of that. Ah, I think that's the idiot in the sunglasses.
Hey, man. Who the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? They're replacing me, aren't they?
Settled? Yeah, why are you worried about being replaced?
Worried? Do I look worried to you? I've got this under control, baby. No one else can do what I do here.
What job do you have here?
What else? I'm in charge. This whole operation depends on me. No fantastic, no power. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good.
What exactly are you trying to accomplish?
Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic. But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running at 1% efficiency. And I guess that just isn't good enough for some assholes. Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. They're in the tower. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. Killed 2 guys. Now they won't go near it. They want me to make an omelet, but I can't break any of their eggs. Know what I'm saying?
How did you get this job?
It was easy, man. They were going door to door asking if anyone knew any scientists. I said look no further. They asked me if I knew anything about power plants. I said as much as anyone I had ever met. They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said welcome aboard.
What exactly do you do?
Fuck, man. Everything. I push buttons, I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories in my head about what the numbers mean. Like one time I imagined they were a code to get into a vault full of naked women. Man, how cool would that be?
So you have no idea what you're doing?
No, man. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just don't know what effect it's going to have. Over there controls power in this building. That station has readouts on the computer network. That big knob there makes a crazy noise. Sparks come out of that slot if you put stuff in it. And I'm learning more every day.
Our government at work, ladies and gentlemen.
There's these 2 terminals outside. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. I'm guessing, but it sounds good, right? Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you?
I am now.
Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, do yourself a favor and make sure you send the power to the right place. It needs to go to the Strip and McCarran.
Why should the power go to the Strip and McCarran?
Because I get paid, that's why. Per kilowatt hour. Whatever the hell that is. That's where the NCR wants the power, so that's where I want it. But you know, you do that, maybe I put in a good word for you with them. Fantastic's little helper. There's a reputation you can hang your hat on.
Uh-huh. Goodbye.
Here, you want this. It's the password to one of the terminals outside. Found it written on one of the stalls in the bathroom.
Okay, so that gives me the other reflector password. I saw somebody in a trench coat right here.
Hello. It's unusual to see a new face here. Are you a soldier or a scientist?
More of a drifter, but my interest in this place is scientific.
Then we have that in common. Whom do you typically work with?
Speech 35, this is your turf. For all I know, you could have me killed for my allegiance. Who are you with?
Very well, yes. I'm part of the followers of the apocalypse. If you're not familiar, we seek peace and the spread of knowledge. Knowledge that must never be lost to the world. Now your turn.
I want what you want. I just do what's necessary to keep the peace.
That's reassuring. Although many who've made that claim over the years have had less than pure intentions. But if it's really as you say, then take my advice. This installation carries with it dangers that no one here has realized. Take care of what you do here, and who you listen to. Some things are best left buried with the old world.
The NCR asked me to help increase the plant's power output.
Then I would say do it. As long as the power of this plant is committed to the regional grid and not to a weapon, we are safe. If you're the one to restore output, then you can route the power where you choose, and they'll never be the wiser. I can't get you past the security in the tower, but I can be of some help. I've discovered a password for one of the mirror control terminals outside. You'll need it.
Why would you trust me with this?
I'm a man of letters. I'd be torn to pieces by the security system they have in that tower. I'd never reach the mainframe. But eventually, the NCR will. Or if not them, Caesar's Legion. They will use this place for war. Because the possibility exists you might do anything else, you're the only choice I have.
Where should I route the power?
Oh, the NCR has their own designs for it, no doubt. But resist the urge to send it only to the thriving communities. The need for power is great everywhere. Distributing it evenly is the most rational and humane choice.
What more is there to this place than a power plant, as if we couldn't already have guessed from the computer that we read earlier?
I don't entirely know. Our records on the company that built this place suggest that their dealings were not only in energy, but also in weapons. And I've seen equipment here marked with symbols used by the pre-war military. Targeting computers, shock sensors. A code word comes up repeatedly in the papers I've looked through here. Archimedes.
You think Archimedes is a weapon they built here?
Yes. And the technology they have in this facility is like nothing I've seen. Some of it reminds me of Enclave equipment, but more advanced. A weapon based upon it would be catastrophic, no matter who claimed it. It's no wonder the Brotherhood wouldn't give it up.
The Brotherhood of Steel knew about Archimedes?
They weren't here for me to ask, but I doubt they were here for electricity. When the NCR first came here, it was under Brotherhood control. They usually steered clear of one another, but something here changed their minds. The Brotherhood's interest in pre-war technology has always been in weapons. It's likely they were trying to reclaim Archimedes when the NCR arrived.
The NCR doesn't know about the weapon.
Not yet. By some miracle, they've hired an imbecile to try and decipher the systems here. He spent months working at one console trying to get the solar reflectors to track the sun. What he doesn't know is that the only thing the console controls is the plant's intercom system. I tried to tell him, but he insisted that the largest console had to be the most important. Still, it's only a matter of time. Goodbye.
Okay.
Do you need something?
What's up?
Yeah, check to see if either of them had
See you
any
around.
comments on all of this.
We're supposed to be relieved any day. That's what they keep telling us. I don't think anyone's coming.
Okay, well, I got hit by the shotgun, but I did at least get the mines before they blew up. Alright. There's the western reflector taken care of. The eastern reflector is going to be trickier because, from what I remember, they locked it up with a bunch of angry dogs. Unfortunately, there's no way past them apart from that. Alright, so now we just have to get inside the main building and reprogram where all the power of this place is going to go. Or optionally, arm Archimedes' security system. But I think that quest will have to wait until next time. So we'll go ahead and save the game here, and next time we'll head on in there and do what we're going to do. See you then.